everyone, Jacques here. I help people to love themselves and find their true purpose. So if you're new, welcoming, and if you're returning, welcome back, because you know what I mean. So today I want to talk about spending some time alone, because most of the time people don't really know what they really want. And because of society, we are need to have a job, to be on social media, to watch everything, and then you have Netflix, and then maybe you go to sleep, and you go back to your day again, and maybe on weekends you have no time for yourself. Maybe you are playing with your friends, or you have some kids, or you have, some things that you want to do maybe, but for yourself you do nothing, you're always here to put your energy to give it to someone, but you don't really know like what do you want for you, who do you want to become, and who you are on reality. You don't know, because you never took the time to go, and you don't take the time to heal yourself, within yourself, because you have no time. So you are running behind things, behind maybe material things, which when you find your true self, you will see that material things are not really the most important thing. You know what I mean? It's good to have them, like, don't get me wrong. But for me, for example, I don't attach so much importance that what I used to when I was on the rush into many things that I wanted to do, like a certain number, or I wanted to have like a certain car or certain type of home. But when you find yourself, when you love yourself, these things are not really important. The most important things when you are in this state is just to have peace, and to make sure that you can give love to people who are around you, to make sure that you can help them maybe to go if they want, and just like to be able to be someone that when people talk to you, it won't be about like gossiping about other people or bad things about the news. So no, it will be really like a good exchange, and yeah, just a good time, you know what I mean? But in order to get in this state, to love yourself, you will need to spend like time alone. For example, for me, I will be honest, since January, I leave my job because I wanted like to go back into the entrepreneurial journey. Then it turned out to be something that totally different than what I was expected. But since then, I spent most of my time in my place. Like I didn't see like one friend, to be honest. Since now, you know what I mean. I'm still in my home, etc. I still call back some friends and family, but outside of that, I spent most of my time like alone. Now I'm starting to sell, etc. But I needed to do that in order to become who I am today. Because if not, I would still be like the same one. I will do like some things that are not very important, that are not make me progress. I will eat some things that doesn't make me feel good. Now I'm eating healthier. I'm doing exercises on the right way. I can see like I even glow, with my skin, etc. I'm not the same one that I used to look like just even like 6 months before. Um, but it took me a lot of time alone and a lot of strength. It wasn't like an easy journey, to be honest. Like I went through all emotions, from life, from tears, from everything. Because basically the way it's everything that it's inside of you, which is hidden, some things that are hidden deep within your soul that you will never discover with a normal society life, because you have no time, and you don't care. You don't care like to become your best self. You don't care about your inner child. You don't listen to your inner child. The inner child is like your soul, and so you don't take time to play. You think you play because you play maybe like a PlayStation, or you do some things, but in reality, you don't do the things that your soul wants in a deeper level. And the only way to discover that is to spend time alone. And it's really important because I talk a lot about it. But the first thing, you need to develop your intuition. Like your intuition, it's the most important thing, in the world for everyone. And your intuition, it's really like your body like have some signals. I have two ways to explain things, because I know like some people are spiritual here and some people are not. In the spiritual level, you have some guides around you, inside of you. Because your soul, this is the thing. You have a soul within you, and some are younger or older, inside of you. And your soul will guide you through things. And you will be able to know things. You don't know how, but you know some things. But why? Because your soul, it's a soul that you have within you. It's not like your soul because you are born into a date and then the same date you have a soul. No, most of the time it will be like the soul of a reincarnation of something else, of someone else on the past. Because this is the thing, like everything is energy. So when you leave this world, your soul needs to go somewhere. It cannot be destroyed. So this is how like it will be retransmitted into like someone else. You know what I mean? And your soul is something really powerful that nobody talks about. And you have like some different souls. Me, I know I am a whole soul, and sometimes you can understand it, by so some people, when you talk with some people and others, you will see that you have a difference. And sometimes people will say like, "Oh, you are very mature for your age," or some things like that. And it's never on the past. Like I was thinking, like yeah, because yeah, I try to always like learn new things, But in reality, it was not that. I have like a really different paradigm on everything. But anyway, so on spiritual level, you have some guides within you that guides you to do like right things. This is how we call it intuition. Intuition is basically like the voice. We call it the voice of God. It's how like I think it's Einstein who said that. It's that the intuition is something that is really forgotten from people. But if you listen to intuition, you will always be led to the right way, like to the right path, because they want the best for you. And if you want on the on the uh, on the more scientific level, nutrition it will be all about like things that you will feel that you will sense. You mostly like need to look at the sensitive side of things. The fact that for example, and you have many example about that. There is like one woman one time, she drove like she always takes the same road, the same road in order to go to our workplace and then to go back. And one day, she don't know why, she said like, okay, like, yeah, today I will turn and, go on the other way. Then she has done that, she went to home and then she saw on the news that the place where she was, it had like a deadly accident, like something very like with fire, with etc. And then she understood that okay, wow, this is like crazy, and it was really like the exact time that she was going through. So sometimes when you have a voice like you want to do something different that come, like, first thing, follow it. Like really follow it, because me, I wasn't following everything. Now that I do follow everything, I see really like a difference, in my life. Intuition, it's really like great, but in order to access it like on the right way, you need to spend, time alone in order to understand that. And then your intuition, like how do you develop it? It will be with meditation. So meditation, it will really help you to connect to your senses. Because today, like we eat too much sugar, we listen to too much things, too much music, social media, and we don't have any time. And meditation, really about it will be really about spending time alone and being able to listen to your senses. What do you feel? What do you think inside your brain? Because this is the thing, like when you are too much distracted, like in your brain, like you cannot think even properly. Sometimes you speak to some people and they are not able to just like shut up. For example, for people like just 2 seconds, it's like killing them. They are not able to do that. And this is a sign that if you are like this, then you need to start to meditate. And I know it's hard for the people who are always like everywhere and anywhere. But if you have this one, you have many type of meditation. It's not only like just being in stillness and, just being silent. It can be other things. Like if you have a brain that is scattered, then you can also like try to listen to many. For example, if you go to a crowded and you try to listen to everything, then it will tire your brain, you know. And then once it's tired, then you can meditate on the right way, But meditation is the right thing. The second thing, journaling, like this activity, like it's so underrated. Like it's crazy. Like for me, journaling really changed my life. And because I journal every morning, every night, and sometimes even within days. Because journaling will allow you to get something out of your mind. Because when you write it on paper, then it won't be like in your mind anymore. Like my mind, it's so like now my mind, nothing is running into my mind. You know what I mean? So it's so free, and then I'm able to do things and not to be impulsive into doing things, I can just choose what I want to do. I have no addiction. I have no addiction. Like I can stop whenever I want. And this is like the best thing that you can have, because your mind is really calm, and then you can make like good choices, and you are basically like the master of your mind. I don't let my mind master myself like I used to on the past. But now I'm my own master. Like my mind, I am the master, you know. My mind cannot do nothing for me. And then if you are master of your mind, then nobody out of the world can do nothing like to you. Because like yeah, even if people like talk behind my back, etc., I don't care. I don't give a F. You know what I mean? I don't care at all. Which kind of like bother me like on the past. I was like, oh, what does they are talking about? Like, is it about me, etc.? Now I don't care at all. And this is so free because now I know who I am. I love myself like unconditionally and I know who I am authentically, so I don't care like what people think about me. You know what I mean? Because I know who I am, which was not the case on the past. So yeah, journaling it's really like getting things out of your mind. It's really important, and I can't stress this enough. If you don't do that, like you need to do that. And then gratitude it's really important as well. Like this shift my mindset into positive like in so many ways. I wasn't someone negative on the past. Even I always was someone optimistic. So I will see like the cup like filled instead of seeing like what is empty. But still it wasn't at the level of today. I'm always grateful about like what I have, which is everything, you know because one day I will share my whole story. But I had like some really hard days, and like close to nothing to be grateful for if I was really like on my past mindset. But the fact that I wrote like things that I'm grateful for, even on the worst day when I was close to like no food to eat, I was still like grateful, and this led me like to like an abundance mindset. You know what I mean? To being able to cherish everything that I have, which is really important because we don't see like the chances that we have. We still have, and the fact that you are grateful when you have nothing, then you will be even more grateful when you have more things, and then you will be able to share with people. So it's really important to do that, and spending time alone with gratitude is really powerful because then you will be on a good mind, and if you do that like in the morning, then your day will be like a good day. Like me, for me, I just have like good days, and if I have bad days, I don't have a bad day. I have like a building character day. And because life is beautiful for me, like for me, like life is really amazing, and you can become and do whatever you want. And in order to to have this attitude, you need to know yourself. Because you don't know yourself. If you didn't done everything, like if you didn't look within, if you didn't spend time alone, but when I say alone, it's really like alone, which is hard, I know, but then you will see that you will have less problem because most of the time, like when you are not good within yourself, it's not about you. It's other people. It's other people, other things, but it will be outside of you. Or après, if you are someone who is doing things or talking about other people, etc., then you need to change your behavior. You need to change your mindset. You need to work on yourself. Because these are things that are not good and you will get bad karma for it. This is like inevitable and you don't want to this is the first thing, like you don't want to talk badly about other people. You don't want to do any harm to other people. And as I said, like you want to be a good person. You don't want to be like a nice person. You want to be a good person, but you want to still act nice with people, but with your heart. Really like something sincere. Not pretend to be nice because some people pretend, but not want to pretend. But you just want to be a good person. So which means that you will be good with people, then if they do something wrong, you cut, you cut off. Like, I have no time. I mean, like I will be nice with everybody. I will like talk normally and be good with everyone because I love myself unconditionally. Which means what? I will love everyone unconditionally. Even the people who have betrayed me, like, but really hard, I still love them. Far from me, but still like I wish them love and light. But out of my life. That's it. But if someone is making fun, etc., in front of me, then I will cut it off. Like, okay, man, stay away. Love and light still, but stay away from me. Like, I have no time. I have no time to spend time in things like bullshit. You know what I mean? So just like you have to be discernment, and sometimes like I have to cut a lot of friends. Like again, like you will see by spending time alone who are your real friends, who are not, and you will even reflect into like some things that did happen in your life, and now you will understand yourself better. And another thing that I always recommend is eat semen retention. I don't know how we say that for women, but for women, same thing. For our ladies here, like you really want to avoid any like sexual like connection. It can be like you with yourself or with someone. Like if you can try to not do it like for 1 month or 2 months, it will be great. Why? Because when you're doing things like this, you will like your mind will control you basically. Like your mind will control you. And this is the first reason for me, like myself, for me, it's the first reason why people have addiction. Because if you are addicted with that and you cannot control that, it will be hard to control anything in the world for me. And when you put control into like your most urging energy and use this create this like powerful energy, because it's the most powerful energy that we do have, like into the sacral chakra, and you use that in order to improve yourself, then your energy will go up, and then you will be able to be more intuitive. You will open up like your plexus chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown chakra. Then you will be able to receive like some downloads to understand yourself better. And they call even that like a Kundalini experience, I guess, I think. And for me, it happened like automatically. But then you will be able to understand things better. But it doesn't mean that you need to do that for life. Me, the longest period that I've done it, it was like 2 months, and like 2 months, and then I have done it for 1 month, just behind. And now, like it's like 2 weeks, because it's still energy. So sometimes you need to release energy, but specifically like if you have like some thought about someone that you was on the past that you want to clear. Sometimes you just want to clear it out. Maybe to get it out and then to start again. But yeah, just make sure that you don't want to overdo things. You are going like into like platonic relationship, because you will share your karma with someone. If they have like bad karma, you are in your good karma. What will happen is you want to think about a cloud. Like everyone have a cloud like in top of them. And the whiter the cloud, like you are on the good karma. But then some people have like some dark cloud. And what will happen is if you have some relationship, like if you have like sex with someone who have like some bad karma, what will happen is you will get their karma, a part of it. So then your cloud will become like more gray, etc. And for them, it will become like whiter. So then you will get like some bad luck, and for them, it will be better. So you really want to be careful with who you are spending time with. You know what I mean? Like for me, if someone like didn't done the work, like don't think like, because it's so hard to come like through everything. Like I won't spend like my energy into something that is worthless. And like you said, name Naval, like Naval he said like if you don't see yourself with someone for life, don't even spend like a day with them. Like no choice. You know what I mean? Like you have to be worthless, and you have to know your self worth. I know my self worth right now. You know what I mean? I know what I worth, and I won't like go with some people who didn't done the work, because this will make me go backtrack, because this is the thing, you can go back into like your old things, and like coming back into that, it's really hard. So yeah, you really want to spend some time alone, and spend time as well in nature. It's really important to ground your energy, but I will do a video about that. But yeah, just to recap, if you want to change your life, spend some time alone. You need to develop your intuition, and to develop it, you need to do some meditation. Like try to do it every day, like for to start. Like if you never done that and it's hard for you to focus, like try it for 5 minutes. But for me, like I would say minimum 15-20 minutes. But in reality, if you want to go like deep, the best time it's like 30 minutes to 1 hour. Like me, I love to do 45 minutes because it's really good. And then journaling, try to journal every day. Maybe like doing like every night and every morning, it will be hard for you if it's something new, but try to do it at least once a day and write like things that come up in your mind. Or if you have some things that really like are interesting, like write them. And then gratitude, for me, like this, do it like every morning and every night. But if you have to do it once, do it every morning, because your day will be better and you will have more love within you um, to do anything. And then simple meditation, if you've never done that, even like 1 week, it's hard, to be honest. But try to do at least like 1 week if you start, and then if you feel still good, like do it for 2 weeks, and then try to do more. Like for me, like I know my shift really like it was past 30 days, but try to do everything on your pace. But most importantly, instead of thinking like a vacation and going somewhere and spending your money, to go like something that just to flex, to show like in social media that you have been in Hawaii for 2 weeks and nobody cares. and everybody is hating on your picture and criticizing everything that you are doing. Maybe just spend 2 weeks like alone, like in your home or maybe somewhere else, but just be alone. Like, be alone and try to understand like what do you really want. Because I can tell you, like at the end of the trip, maybe you will come back and you will quit everything. You will quit your job, etc. Because you understand that it wasn't where you want to be in the first place. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I still have like one-on-one call if you want to jump in and or if you want to talk about anything, I'm open to. And I will see you on the next one. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.